Good morning, friends. The 21st day of September is marked as International Day of Peace. It is officially known as World Peace Day too. The day is declared so by the United Nations organization. The above day was first celebrated in 1981 and has been observed by most of the nations, political groups, military units and people since then. Obviously, the day is dedicated to world peace in all possible ways. Inaugurating the day, the United Nations Peace Bell is rung at UN headquarters in New York City. The bell was cast from coins donated by children from all continents except Africa. It was a gift from the United Nations Association of Japan as a reminder of the human cost of war. The inscription on its side reads, "Long live absolute world peace." A global minute of silence at noon is a worldwide observance, and it creates peace wave across the planet for sure. Flying the dove as a symbol of peace is another mark of airing the aspiration for peace as well. A few of the objectives of the World Day of Peace are the following: enforcing ceasefire in combat zones, emphasizing the absence of war and violence, strengthening the ideals of peace, introducing sustainable measures, and educating people to that effect. The day includes both preventive and corrective procedures. The idea of peace highlights notions of democracy, dialogue, development, dignity, goodwill, good sense, respect, right, education, partnership, and the like as well. The United Nations, through its sustained initiatives, kept on motivating the world for peace ever since the first year. 2 decades later, in 2001, its General Assembly unanimously opted for designating the day for strengthening the ideals of peace through observing 24 hours of non-violence and ceasefire too. Besides, the United Nations invited all nations and peoples to honor a cessation of hostilities and to edify people through programs of public awareness on friendly ways that lead to peace. Delivering a 100-day countdown to the International Day of Peace, Antonio Guterres, the UN Secretary General, stated, "Let's all create a peace day every day." Well, the entire world is invited to join the efforts of the United Nations family across the globe in fostering the spirit of peace. Focus has to be placed on recovering a more equitable and peaceful and, of course, a better world. Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations will serve a street light for our way to building a culture of peace, positively so. Peace of God in 989 and Truths of God in 1027 were peace movements in world history. Nobel Peace Prize in 1901 boosted up the peace initiatives too. Besides, John Lennon and Yoko Ono spent 8 days in bed to promote world peace in 1969. The motivational song "Give Peace a Chance" was recorded during this period of 8 days. Sane voices and efforts in these lines have to keep coming up all the more and sustain the human world in particular and the earth in general as peaceful, in view of a life that is meaningful and happy. As per the Global Peace Index, Iceland is ranked the most peaceful country in the world from 2008 to this day. Being satisfied with the backbenches does not give any credit to being a nation or a people anywhere. The nations have to evolve beyond petty, polarized, and distorted ideas of nationalism, along with discriminative and divisive policies and practices. Will other nations take inspiration from Iceland and make their country, India or whatever, at least a little more peaceful? This is the question India as a nation and all nations of the world can never escape from. More often than not, it is taught by religionists that peace is within oneself and is oriented to self-realization or heaven above. Meditation and the like is prescribed for attaining the same. But in point of fact, this individual peace is only half the truth. There is a social peace too, which is between persons, families, institutions, communities, nations, peoples, and in the entire society, along with the whole creation. Absence of social peace renders the individual peace fruitless. In other words, social peace is the real outcome of the individual peace. Well, friends, peaceful life is the fundamental right of every human being. A sense of togetherness is a basic requirement for peace. Peace in the society requires justice being measured out to everyone. Caring for the other, serving the other, and making a sustainable and humane world are the collective pathway to peace. Peace makes human lives worth being lived. Promoting peace is the divine way of living a human life. Only peacemakers and peacekeepers can think of making the world better as a more peaceful place to live in. Certainly, a world family peace is possible. We humans are made for each other. We are intended to be friends and brothers or sisters to each other. It's high time we rose again from the nonsense of hatred, enmities, lynching, social distancing, and communal and national divide. Having shared the junk of selfish, arrogant, fanatic, and hateful ways. We have to learn to be kind and courteous to one another. The divine image and likeness the humans are endowed with is the inner character that ensures a collective and brighter future. Could the humans of all affiliations make a refresh, if not a restart, in favor of a more peaceful world? This is the sharp question that you and I have to answer right now. On the sacred occasion of International Day of Peace, on behalf of Institute of Harmony and Peace Studies, New Delhi, I have the pleasure of greeting all of you, friends, sisters and brothers across the globe, a very happy, peaceful and inspiring day of peace. Let's join our minds, hearts and spirits to promote peace in our respective community and country and in the larger society, in view of making the human dwelling and the entire earth really worthy of the divine power in, around and above us. May the divine power of peace reign over us today and forever. Thank you.